What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Randall Cole, and I know y'all miss me with these story times, but as you can tell by the title, I am going to be telling you what happened between me and my ex's mom. This is so fucking crazy. Like, I need y'all to watch all of this, like all of it, because this shit, and I'm gonna start from the jump, like the jump, like the intro of a book jump, and let's get to it. Let me get my little cigarettes right here. I got my little cigarette because this might be a long video. Where's my ashtray? So let's begin. I was in a relationship. I don't like saying this dude's name because it literally makes me sick to my stomach. So I'm gonna just say Jay. I was in a relationship. Basically, I was dating this guy that lived in Virginia, Parsley, Virginia. But it's a distance, but it's not far from where I live. It's not like you don't go over the bridge, or not over the Bay Bridge or anything. So before we had broke up, this is what I had to deal with his mother. Okay, so at first it started off with me just going to see him on weekends. So it would have been like I would go up there, say, because he'd be off on weekends. This is before I moved in. He'd be off on weekends, and I'm trying to think that I think I would go up there every Friday and come back every Sunday. So on this particular weekend, we were getting ready to go. I was packing all my stuff to go back to Salisbury. I was, because we were about to go meet my mom. So his mom, we're all in the living room, and his mom's like, just out the blue, I want y'all to give me a granddaughter. Mind you, I don't know this woman all that well yet. Like, so I'm just like, okay. So after she said that, she was like, because I've always wanted a daughter. Oh my god, it's boys. I just wanted a daughter, and I finally got a daughter-in-law. And then I'm gonna have a granddaughter, and oh my god, my life will be so complete. Like, oh my god, all my sons. Honey, you only have 2 sons. That's it. You have 2 sons, and you already have a granddaughter. So what are you talking about? You gonna have a granddaughter? You already got one. Whatever. So after she said that, she was like, what did she say? Oh, she was like, you know what? I think it'll be easier for me and your mother if you just moved up here. And in my head, I'm like, yeah, that sound right, but my dupes ain't gonna have that because I got seizures, and my dupes is very, like, paranoid if I have a seizure, especially if I'm not around her. She gets so, oh my god, like that. Like, girl, please, chill. I'm okay. But, so I was like, I'll talk to mom about it, and we'll see how it goes from there. And mom was like, you're grown. If that's what you want to do, girl, then go ahead, but just know, and I will never forget this. She said, just know, if it doesn't work out up there, you have a place to call. You have a place to come back to. And at first I was like, girl, you making it seem like we're not going to be together forever. Like, I'm going to get married to this guy, and I'm going to have kids, and all. No. So months go by, I finally move up there, and that's when I felt like I was getting too comfortable with her, because shit really started to like go downhill. healed. Like, not just with me, but also with her and her boyfriend and her dragging my ex in the middle of the situation. I feel like at first when we got into it, what did we get into? The first time we got into it. Oh, the first time we actually really got into it, and I didn't talk to her for like 3 weeks, is when she had messaged me because I was with one of my coworkers. She was bringing me home, and she was like, "Ask your coworker if she could go get Jamal." Now my coworker is pregnant. I asked her. She's like, "Once I'm in, I'm in. I'm not going that way. I'm going this way. After I drop you off, I'm going this way." I can't tell her what to do. I can't tell her, "Oh, you could do this. You can make a U-turn and go get him." No. So I messaged his mom back, and I was like, "She said she's not going that way. Da 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 da." And then she was like, his mom was like, "Oh, but she can bring you home, but she can't go get your boyfriend." And I'm like, "What do you want me to do?" Like, it's like you, like, when you're home, you're home. You don't want to go back out. And she sent me a text back. This is how I knew it was gonna be a problem. This is how I knew. She was like, "Okay, well, I'll just get one of his exes to pick him up." How would you guys feel if your significant other told you and you couldn't find a way, you couldn't do any, there was nothing you could do about it? How would you feel if your significant other's parents told you themselves that, knowing that you're dating their child, knowing that, how would you feel if their people or their parents came to you and said, "Well, I would just get one of their exes to pick them up from work"? How would you feel? I felt very disrespected. I really did. I felt like she was being petty, because you're a grown ass woman. Like, why are you up here gonna tell his girlfriend that you're gonna pick what? So eventually, she went and got him, and I was so mad, you guys, that about that message. I didn't go straight home. I told her I was gonna go chill with her, and that's what I did. And I was so fucking mad. Like, I felt so disrespected. Like, why would you say that? Like, I don't that's something like a little kid would do. Like, why would you say that? Why would you hit me back and say, just because you didn't feel like getting up and going to get your son, why would you come and tell his girlfriend that you're going to get one of his exes to pick him up? Like, no respect. So we got into it, and she was just like, "Well, you could have asked the person." And I'm like, "Well, you act like I didn't ask them. You act like I was just going to ride by. What you want me to do? There was nothing I can do. They didn't feel like I went this way, that." And then we're just going like, blah, 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 blah. And I turned around and walked back in the room. And after that, I did not talk to her for like, no lie, for like 3 weeks. And she was actually the one that came to me, and she was like, "I'm tired of holding grudges. I want to let it go." And around that time, I had been let it go. It wasn't phasing me. I'm not going to say nothing to you, but it was not like, I wasn't losing a wink of sleep. Like, I wasn't. I was sleeping peacefully at night. Like, but she was like, "Oh, I don't want to hold no grudge. I'm sorry." But when she said she was sorry, she said it with an attitude. Like, "But I'm sorry." And I think she said that because it was around the time my food stamps was going to come out. And I think she thought, like, okay, I haven't used her food stamps, and I need some food. And so I just dropped, like I told her, I said, I've been dropped it. Told her, I was like, that was disrespectful. You shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have said that. Regardless if you did it or not. You should have never even said that. Period. But, then we got into it again. I want to say we got into it twice. Yeah, twice. We only got it, because I don't do 3 chances. Like, no, I only do 2 chances. So the second time we got into it, it was around Christmas time. And she's drunk. She has her grandkids there, and she's drunk, like passed out in the room. Fucked up, drunk. So I'm in the living room, watching TV, just chilling. And her boyfriend comes in, don't say nothing at all. Not one thing. Not one. And she comes out. Mind you, I'm sitting on the couch. He starts taking over for the grandkids and getting them ready for bed. I'm sitting on the couch watching a show. Here she comes. Why are you out here with Kevin? He just walked in. What are you talking about? Like, he just walked in. This is the day that got crazy. And I left Virginia and I didn't want to go back. This is the day. And, shit, so it was around Christmas time. We had just got done putting the Christmas tree up and everything. And she's like, go in the room, da-da-this, just go in the room. You're not supposed to be, like, she's my mom. Like, she's my mom. And it was crazy. So then that's when I was like, I'm tired. I'm not like these females that dated Jamal and that you was around. I'm not them. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna put you in your fucking place. So she comes toward the hallway and I'm posted up like, I'm ready to go. I don't care if you my dude's boyfriend, but what you not gonna do is you're not gonna put your hands on me. And I bet y'all wondering, well, where was he at? He was on his way home from work. That's where he was at. He was on his way home from work. So when he walked in, it was the commotion was already in effect. So of course he's not gonna know what the fuck to do. So I'm just like, that's when I called my homegirl, and I was like, Lay, I need you to come get me. And this was like around 12 something, I want to say, around 12 something at night. And I'm like, I need you. I can't. I'm done with him. I'm done. I can't. Whole time, it's not his, and the whole time, it was not his fault. It was his mother's fault. So that time, it wasn't his fault. His mother was just, I don't know. But I went back to Salisbury. I moved back to Salisbury. Did I come back? No, I didn't come back. I didn't go back up to Virginia. I had broke up with him and packed my shit, and I stayed the night at my friend's house, who I'm still cool with to this day. And I was just telling her what the fuck was going on. Like, I told her what happened and everything. Like, bitch, don't get it fucked up. So the morning comes, and 14 minutes. Goodness gracious. Morning comes, and my mom comes to pick me up from her house. And I had told her, I said, I gotta go back and get my stuff. So as soon as I pull up, she's at the door with my stuff. My mom gets out the car now. My mom is wearing a sweater jacket with sweatpants and sneakers. And her hair pulled up. She had braids at the top too. She got braids. Her hair was pulled up. She was ready. Like, who's messing with my daughter? Like, she was ready. And go in there, to get my stuff. Now I'm checking my bag. My mom said, make sure you have everything in there. And I'm checking my bag and I'm seeing everything. And as I'm checking my bag, she's on the couch. My mom's standing at the door. I'm like right beside my mom checking my stuff. And she says out her mouth, I really do love Raven. And I appreciate everything she's done for me. She's saying this to my mom. And I'm like, I told her, I'm like, you appreciate everything I've done and you claim you love me, but yet you choke me and push me into the Christmas tree. But you love me? All because you think I want fucking... So, she didn't kick me out. I removed myself from that situation. So then me and Jay worked it out. He comes down here, moves in with me. This is when the shit just is crazy. So we had gotten him a job down here, and my biggest mistake was letting him move in with me after going through with that shit with his mom. And then on top of that, hearing him on the phone with his mom, on FaceTime, on the phone with his mom, and just hearing her talk shit about me. Like, I feel like that was a big mistake. That was like the hugest mistake ever. So, one night, this is when I had switched my room around. How my room before, it was like a chair right here, brown chair right here. And the brown chair is like right here. And I was sitting there and he was sitting on the bed. And I actually is like the one that said, Jamal. Sorry. I was the one that said, Jay, you need to call your mom. And he will always like catch an attitude and be like, I don't want to call her, you know. All she gonna do is start stuff. I don't want to talk to her. I'm like, at the end of the day, that's still your mom. Your mom's gonna want to make sure you're alright and everything. So, I mean, he calls her, and she was just saying, she was at work at the time too. So she's on FaceTime. Jay is on the bed. I can hear her because she's on, you all know how FaceTime works. And she says, oh, I wish both of my sons were gay, so I wouldn't have to deal with their girlfriends. Not only are you just disrespecting me or Jay, but you're also disrespecting whoever his brother is talking to at the time. So I got on the phone. I said, if you gonna sit up here and talk shit about me, Jamal can come back up there and he can move back up there with you. I said, if it's a big deal for him being fucking down here, take him back up there. Ain't nobody kidnapping him. He can always go. And then she's like, this is what she said, you guys. This is what she said. This is what she said, okay? She said, this is what she... This is what she said. She said, Jamal, Jay, I'll talk to you tomorrow when it's not a lot of people around. After cussing her out and saying what I said, you're not going to say anything about what I told you. Like, you're just, like, to me, that seemed like she was scared. Like, it seemed like she knew. It seemed like she knew I was in the room and she knew I could hear her. But I think she didn't know that I was going to take the phone and hop on the camera and tell it like it is. So I think she was kind of shocked at that. But honey, I don't play. Don't disrespect me. So, story goes on. He starts assuming me of cheating and saying that I'm talking to this dude and talking to that dude and if I really wanted to hide something, I would have changed my passcode on all of my electronics so you couldn't get in. And it's crazy because he had my passcodes to all of my electronics. Like, I don't, honestly, if you ask me, you guys, I don't cheat. I don't like cheating. I tried it one time in the past to cheat, and I ended up getting caught. So I was just like, fuck it, cheating. It's not meant for me. I can't cheat. So, yeah, but he just kept assuming, and mind you, I'm staying in my grandmother's house. And he comes in. I called him and I told him, I said, bring me my stuff. I'll pack the rest of your little stuff that you have here. I'll pack that. And just bring me my shit. So I packed, that's what I did. I packed this stuff and I put it by the door. So he came by. And I'm like, give me my iPad. And at first he was like, trying to be all up on me, like, come in, where you at, and like that. I'm like, yo, I'm done, just give me my shit, and at first he did not want to give it to me, so I'm like, alright, if you don't want to give me my shit, I'm gonna call the police. So then he quickly gave me my shit, and after that was the last time I saw him. But this is where the juicy part gets in it. Months later, after he moved out, it is now September. I moved out. No, he moved out. I want to say around April or May. That's when he moved out. I want to say around that April. Yeah, around that time. So now it's September. Haven't talked to him. Haven't heard from him. Mom hasn't heard from him, and I want to keep it that way. But I saw somebody a couple weeks ago. And mind you, this person doesn't want me back on their property either. So, even though I don't want to be on their property, like, why the fuck would I want to be on their property? But anyway, I was at 7-Eleven. This was like 2 weeks ago. I was at 7-Eleven. And I saw his mother. I saw Jay's mother. Mind you, like I said, she lives in Virginia. Does not live nowhere in Salisbury. Nowhere. So, she comes out the store. My mom's in the store. By the time my mom gets in the store, she, I guess, is already in the store. So, my mom's in the store getting gas, paying for the gas, this. So, a lady in an orange shirt with the same posture that she has, and she's holding the phone the same way Jay's mom held the phone. And I'm like, but her face is facing like towards the window, so I'm really just looking at her backside, and like if she turns like her side, and that's it. So I really can't say like, oh, that was her, but it really, honest to God, looked like her. So I told Mom, when she get back in the car, and she's like, I think that's Jay's mom. What? She's like, yeah, because she was on the phone, and she was just being loud and ghetto and cussing and saying, Jay, I just sent you effing money and blah, blah, and I'm like, what the fuck is she doing down here? Why is she down here? Like, everything, like, why are you down here? The mall was closed. It was like around like 9:30 something. That's what time the mall closed. The mall, basically everything was closed down there. Basically. So why are you down there? Why? And I think, and I know. I know that she saw my mom. She might have not saw me. I saw her. She might not see me, but I know for a fact if my mother is in that store and you know what she looked like, she saw my mom and didn't want to say it. I know she did. And my second guess is, why are you down in VA around this time of night? Because you don't have no family down here. I mean, not VA, Salisbury, this time of night. Like, you don't have no family in Salisbury. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I was just like, yeah. Like, why are they down here? But that's all I wanted. I just had to tell y'all. I had to spill the tea. This, and I am so glad I am out of that relationship. I'm so happy because I feel like that relationship right there was rushed into, and it was starting to become so stressful to me that I was starting to break out really, really bad. Like, breakout. So once I got out of that, my skin cleared up, and I'm just glad that. And what I've heard so far is that he is dating his best friend's ex, from what I've been told. His best friend's ex. And that his new girlfriend, which is his best friend's ex, is messing around with truck drivers. That's what I heard. That's what somebody told me. I'm not going to say it's true or not, but it's like, and I don't know. I'm praying for them because his mom needs all the help she can get. And then I'm hearing that his mom used to mess with her own brother, who happens to be Jay's dad, so technically it would be his dad / uncle. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I really don't. But, guys, I'm just glad I don't have to deal with it no more. Like, you guys have no idea. None. But I hope you like this video. I don't think I'm going to edit this video. I'm just go ahead and post it because I really, honestly, I needed to put up a story time for y'all because it's been a fucking minute. So, yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Turn on your post notification because I know some of y'all don't be turning on your post notification. So y'all need to be turning on your post notification. And don't forget to hit that bell because if you don't, I'm saying but not for real. Subscribe, like, thumbs up this video, comment below, turn on your post notifications, and hit that bell button. And I'll see y'all in another video. Deuces.